What is going on, guys? It is Daniel Wright, and you're here listening to another episode of Paving the Way. And a happy Saturday morning to you. I hope your week has been great. I hope you've got great plans for your weekend, and I hope that you're going to get to do what you want to do, where you want to do it, and with who you want to do it with. So, guys, I've had a pretty good week. It's been a super busy week for us. Just a lot of things continuing to happen, to develop. As some people would say, growth is occurring. Learning is occurring. Everything is just happening and moving in a very fast direction right now. More professionally than personally. Personally, things are going well. We're just, kind of trucking along. I know, as you guys know, Kelsey, has joined the company full time as of, beginning of September. So almost 2 months going on that, and things are going well there. We really enjoy it. I've had a couple people ask, how is that going, working together, being married, things like that. And I'd say that if, there's been a few times where we have to just have the conversations about, hey, this is how we, communicate, or this is when we're not going to talk about some of these things, or so on and so forth, just for, personal sanity, really. If we go and work together all day and then come home and talk about work all night, then, you really actually have no personal life to enjoy. So, generally speaking, though, it's been going absolutely fantastic. I love having her, involved in everything that we're getting to do. I think I feel confident speaking for her, saying that she enjoys being a part of it and just helping to continue to accomplish everything that we're setting out to accomplish. And like I said, there's just a lot of things happening, a lot of things moving very fast right now. And it's really just exciting. It's a really exciting time of what's to come. Where we're at, just if we're looking at where we're at last year compared to this year, just as a company as a whole, it's a super, super, super exciting time to be doing what we do. And as I say that, doing what we do, it leads me into today's topic about what do you do? Obviously, you guys know, though, with my background of having a business and things like that, a lot of my experience and a lot of the stuff that I tend to talk on is more business related, business ownership related, leadership related, things like that. And it's kind of come up recently as we're kind of, talking about next year, which is crazy to think about, but we've only got almost 2 months left in this year. And as we continue to look forward to 2024 and all that's to come, it gets brought up a lot about, what are we doing? Like, why are we doing what we do? How do we do what we do? This and that. But it really roots down to like this simple question of what do you do? And the reason I titled it, what do you do? And not, what does your business do? Or what does your company do? Or what is your job? Or things like that, is because really, I believe that every individual, regardless of your occupation, regardless of your, employment status, if you're the owner, a middle manager, frontline employee, things like that, you all have to be able to answer the question of what do you do? And from a business ownership standpoint, from a company standpoint, a lot of times that gets, pushed back to your vision statement and your mission statement, right? Why do you exist? Where are you going? And part of our mission statement and our vision statement, things like that, I'm not talking about it verbatim here, but the biggest thing that I want our company to do, what I want Proline to do, is I want us to make an impact on the people in and around our industry that we interact with. So whatever that platform may be, if it's the vendors that we purchase products from, if it's the clients that we do work for, if it's contractors in our market or around our market, if it's the staff on our team, whatever it may be, I want anybody who sees this logo, backwards here, who sees this logo, the Proline logo, to say, man, like all they do is they set out to make a positive impact. And they do that through embodying their core values. They do that through being good people. They do that through trying to help people, whatever it may be. And that's just what they do. And I believe, and the reason I believe it, and I believe it so firmly, is because we're living proof of it, is that if you know what you do and why you do it, how you do it, and you do those things, right? You exist to make a good impact. You operate morally and ethically. You put others before yourself. You make sure to do the right thing when no one's looking. You have integrity, things like that. The more that you do that, the more that everything else just falls into place, right? And I heard recently on something I was listening to, and he said, if you ask people, what is the purpose of a business? 99% of people are going to say, well, the purpose of it is to make money, right? To make somebody rich, so they can own it and everybody just works for them and they just make money. when really what a good business, okay, and that's the key there, is what a good business should do is you should be designed to solve problems and make a good impact. Because the biggest platform that people have, other than somebody like Taylor Swift right now, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce with their, their love story that they got going on. Other than that, businesses have the largest platform by and far than any other thing in the world, because they are employers, they are donators, they are thought leaders, they are places that people can go and develop careers and become financially successful and have opportunities that they've never had before. Businesses are the backbone of society, right? Our culture and our society relies on businesses to make an impact, to provide opportunity, to give direction, to give guidance, to build people, right? How many times have we run into people that they're just really good stand-up individuals, and then we get to talking to them and we ask, oh, well, where do you work, or what do you do, or things like that, and then they get to talking about it, and you find out that they work for a really stand-up company, that the leader of their company is somebody that maybe you've heard of, that is just a really good guy or a good woman, that is a great, just a good moral and ethical person. But it all comes down to, what do you do? So if you're the business owner, what do you do? If you're the management level, staff, what do you do? If you're the frontline team, what do you do? And I think too many people try to simplify it and say, well, I make phone calls, I do sales, I do operations, I do this, I do that, right? It's too simple. Think a little bit further about, what do you do? Our frontline team, they create a great experience for all the clients that we get to work with, right? They treat their property like it's their own. When we go to our vendors and pick up supplies, they make sure that they say, hey, Terry, how you doing? Hey, Joe, how you doing? They greet people by name and they respect them. They respect the buildings that they go and purchase things from. They clean up after themselves. They're creating an experience by being our frontline team, no matter where they go and what they do. They're making a positive impact on the people that we interact with in and around our business, right? And not to mention all those people exterior, but interior. They spend a lot of time in the trucks riding back and forth to jobs, or from job to job, or, working in the shop, doing maintenance, things like that. So they're creating that experience for all the people that they interact with in and around everything. And at the end of the day, they just have to make sure that that's on the forefront of their mind. And as they continue to do those things, as they continue to make sure that they're focused on making that positive impact, creating that great experience, building those relationships, then everything else falls into place for them, right? Our girls in the office, we have two young ladies who work in the office. They're always the one answering the phones to everything incoming. Well, they're the first person that people talk to when they interact with our company. So their job is not to answer the phones or take down client information or set appointments or gather project scopes of work and information. That's not their job. Their job is to create that great experience and make that positive impact with those people who are wanting to interact with our business. And they have to know that that's the root of what they're doing. That's the foundation of it. Answering the phone with a smile, asking how their day's going. If it's a repeat client, say, man, it's great to hear from you. How's things been? Building those relationships with people. That's what they're doing, right? The platform in which they do that is all the tasks that they complete. But ultimately, they're creating that experience. They're building that relationship and making that impact. Okay. Doing sales. We could talk about that. Someone could say, oh, well, I go sell parking lot work. I go assess, pavement for seal coating or repairs or line striping or things like that. And although those are the things that are getting done on a day-to-day, those are the tasks that are being completed. That's not really what they do. What they're doing is they're out there going and solving problems for people. They're creating solution-based services to tailor around the problem that's needing solved. And they're making sure that that client is well informed. They're educating them. They're helping build that relationship to say, hey, we want to help you get this done right. We want to help you get this done effectively. We want to help you get this done, within budget and on time and things like that. And so if we make sure to know that that's what we're aiming for, and that helping them get that project completed within those types of parameters is what the end goal that we're trying to achieve is, then that's when everything else is just going to magically fall into place, right? It kind of goes to the same type of thing where people talk about overnight successes. Oh, you just woke up one day and the business was there. The house was there, the staff was there, the money was there. You were just an overnight success. You just woke up and it was all there. But really, all the other things had to be done, right? All the late nights, all the risks, all the chances, all the concerns, all the worries, things like that, all had to be done that no one ever saw. Okay. And that's where, and so doing all those things becomes, an overnight success that people don't realize. They don't see all those things. But when you're doing all the things in your jobs, in your companies, in your day-to-day responsibilities that people don't really think about and realize, but it's what they consider what they do, that's what really kind of sidetracks you from going to the ultimate goal of really fulfilling it. Like I was saying, all the things that we do, the phone calls that we answer, the jobs that we complete, the sales that we complete, the scopes that we do, everything like that is all to focused on making a great experience for the people we interact with, making a positive impact, giving an environment that people feel happy and proud to be a part of. And so when you really take time to break it down and analyze what it is that you do every day, if you're the employee, if you're the employer, if you're a stay-at-home parent, anything like that, look at it a little bit deeper than the surface level things that you just check the boxes every day. And that's what you need to tap into. Because as I'm sitting here talking about 2024 and beyond with our company and giving examples of why I want to go where I want to go, it all comes down to that making the positive impact on the people that we interact with in and around our company, in the industry, around the industry, locally, nationally, whatever it may be. We want to make that positive impact. And so if we keep that as the main point of focus, if we stay on par with that, all the other things will get done. Okay. The employee retention gets done. The revenue growth gets done. The profit margins get done. More jobs completed get done. More market share gets gathered. All that stuff gets done as long as we keep in mind and stay on the same path together for making that positive impact, for creating those great experiences that no one else is focusing on. So figure that out, dive into it, and really take account for the things that you do every day to ultimately do what you do every day. So I'll leave that with you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. I hope to see you guys here next Wednesday morning, and we will go from there. As